Good afternoon. This is the market update for buy sell short for Tuesday, June 17th. This is Fed week. Two-day meeting began today, ends tomorrow when we get the decision from the Fed. Fed weeks can be usually interesting. Sometimes we have big up moves, sometimes it can be pretty dead. Last couple of days, especially today, market trying to decide whether it wants to sell off, whether it wants to break out. You know, we're down 20, up 40, down 20, up 40, and then each and every day, really since last Thursday, last couple of hours, we finally managed to walk our way up and end green, and it just continues to be that way. The robots are still flipped to the buy side of the market, and it's really going to take some serious downside action in the market to break the robots from that trend. So, you know, it's one of those things we have to live with, along with the muted volumes that are in the market. With the pullback we saw last week, we came all the way down to the 20-day exponential, and we've actually touched the 20-day each day since last Thursday, but we continue to move higher. If we look at the 15-minute chart, you can see we are still trapped within this bullish falling wedge, 16,850, the breakout. But you can see this really back and forth action that's continued over the last few days. Tomorrow, you know, expectations are that the Fed will do nothing, but there's always a chance that they could throw a curveball and, you know, screw up the market. So keep that in mind going into tomorrow's session. Just an update on the NASDAQ chart. Remember that head and shoulders formation that we were watching very, very closely, especially during when the market was supposed to tank and implode in April and May? That has been negated right now, and we are looking at a potential double top breakout. And if we are unable to actually break this level, then we could see some downward movement in the market, but that just doesn't seem to be the case right now. If we look at the Russell, after last week's sell-off, the Russell is again threatening to move higher. We've seen some, you know, nice speculation in biotech stocks, small oil stocks with what's been going on in Iraq, and we're starting to see that spread out to the small cap tech stocks as well. And we'll go into that a little bit more in the market, but, you know, I wanted to bring up something that I've been seeing happening a lot lately, and you've actually heard me refer to it many times. You know that this is a chaser's market. A lot of newbies in the market right now, and you know, a lot of these newbies, traders new to the market over the last couple of years, where they're used to big volumes and big liquidity. What we've been seeing happening a lot lately is all they want to do is chase stocks that are up big, and all they want to do is chase big volume. And today, they got taught a lesson, and it's not the first time. We've been starting to see it happen a lot recently. And actually, let's look at the 15-minute chart here. Here is the latest example, Ecyt. They decided to chase this stock today on a Street.com article. They chased it all the way up to 780 on the close. Bad news after hours, and kersplat. This was down at 5:30 and after hours trading, down almost 30%. Another example today was, and this one really blew my mind, and it's just an example of the madness in this market right now. GIGA, this stock doubled essentially today on news that they got a $2 million contract, and this stock doubled. Chase, and splat, down it went. You know, there's just a lot of this chasing going on, and it's something you'll never see me doing, or if I do, it'll be rare, and we're in and out really, really fast. Chasers get burned, and this typically is a rookie mistake. They hang out too long, and they get bent over a barrel. Look at some of our big wins over the last few days. AVEO, this was the cash-rich biotech stock that we were patiently waiting for that gap fill up to 140, 150, and lo and behold, what has it done over the last few days? Boom, up 60%. Actually hit 164 intraday today. So where is everyone starting to come in and buy this stock? They're buying it up here at $1.50. You know, why buy it down here at $1 when you can buy it 50% higher a week later? That mentality just is crazy in my opinion. But, you know, we tend to be very, very early on a lot of plays. But, you know, we get them in at the bottom where the risk is minimized, not up here where you've got dramatic downside risk. And just wanted to throw that out there. That's what this market is right now. It's a chaser's market, but chasers are starting to get burned, and burned quite badly. And usually when that happens, you'll tend to see them gravitate back to the better setups, the bottom bounce plays. So just keep that in mind as we work our way through the low volume summer doldrums. Couple of email plays this week. NTN on the open buyout. It has been consolidating underneath that 50-day and 200-day moving average. 60 cents is the breakout we're going to be looking at for that move up to the 70-cent plus range. Another biotech stock that did very well, ACST. Now, ACST on Friday, very nice pop. Then, there was some news about the CFO resigned, and for some reason they sold this stock off, and the headline, we're talking about how ACST was down 4 cents and it was plunging in price. And look, lo and behold, today, stock back up, dip and rip. And, 105 is a key level to watch now here for a breakout, for a move up to 120, 125, where if the chasers are still in this market, this is where they'll start chasing. GIGA is a trade that we got into today. Very nice bottom chart setup. Looks like it could potentially do what AVEO did. We got a nice spike on very good volume, traded as high as 123. Then retraded like they mostly do. Stock, I believe somehow they closed this stock at $1.07, even though it was 114 on the bell. A lot of crookery on a lot of stocks these days, especially when it comes into the close. Haven't seen it as bad as it's been over the last few days. INUV was an example of that yesterday. The stock was at 98 cents, and somehow they were able to close it at 91 cents. But GENE, genetic testing company, medical equipment stocks doing very, very well over the last couple of days. That a rebreak of that 120 level could really set it up for that gap fill up to 140. You've got RSI breaking up through the 50 level, stochastics up through 50 as well. So it's looking really, really nice on the daily chart. WAVX, new trading alert today. This is another example of chasers getting washed out of a stock, and then it's time to jump back in because it's probably going to make another move. WAVX did a financing last week at $1.90. Stock right now just above the 50-day moving average. So we had financiers who were willing to pay 90% higher than what the price was in the previous month. Stock sold off right down to support level. As you can see here, extreme negative MACD. And I bet if I pulled up a one-year chart, this would probably be the most extreme MACD we've seen on this stock in a year plus. We've got stochastics deeply oversold, 50-day moving average support, 20-day is up there at 180, 20% or 20 cents higher. Bounce candidate for sure. And, these guys that did the financing, you have to believe that WAVX gave them a little bit of news. Why else would they pay $1.90? So we get this stock 30 cents cheaper than what they paid for. Looking for a bounce back, especially with another data breach. AT&T saying that credit or social security numbers and names of their clients were stolen in a hack. WAVX technology protects you from that. So nice little bounce play. The chasers will come into this one probably at $1.90 plus in the next few days. DEJ, we got that breakout on the oil stock movement. Weakness on it today, but we've seen that across the board in the Amex stocks. Can be very frustrating holding some of these Amex stocks the way they're allowed to trade. But, as I've said in the weekend video, the breakout on this stock is going to be 23 cents. That's what will light it up. Amazon, 3D phone tomorrow. Going to be a lot of speculation, and if there's any small technology companies in that phone, going to be big potential movers. ANAD, huge move last week or a week and a half ago. Nice little consolidation here. 125 breakout gives a move to 140. Got pretty solid support at the 115, 117 area. RSI is flatlined after that big move. We've got an uptrend support line as well on stochastic. So looking pretty nice for a potential move higher in the near term. So we've got, some nice setups. Still not a whole lot of email alert plays going out. Did send out the WAVX email, but not a whole lot of action right now. A lot of it's still centered on intraday movement. Pretty typical for this kind of our time of the year. So, when you see all these traders claiming that they're making bank on stocks like GIGA and Ecyt, just see what actually happens. 9 out of 10 times they give it all back. So don't let that worry you as we sit patiently and only play a few trades. So that's it for the video, guys. Have an awesome evening and see you all in the chat room tomorrow. Bye.